The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, break.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Trick the Eagles, trick the Eagles.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check that, streak.
They'll go again with Gibson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Willis on the bootleg. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another reception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Willis on 3rd down.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From just shy of midfield, Willis finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off and put a decent game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, here's Willis. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. A give up the middle to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Willis. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
52. Ready. Ready.
Now Tua. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Saints at 5 and 6 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
7-7, our score after 1. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Trouble, 38. Ready.
Inside handoff, Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Watch out now. Safety Fury. Ready.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
52 blaster. Slide through.
Tua going to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Shot, 17. Striker, 3-3.
A first down carry for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete right around the 8. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Ready, set.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Hey,
In motion goes the tight end. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Ready?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Willis. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Fight, 97.
Tua sets up to pass it. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, here's Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. 3rd down, it's Willis. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On the counter, Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage... on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Ready?
Back near his goal line, here's Tua. He's got a man complete. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one goes for 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Willis. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right, 60. 43 rail.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over first and 10.
Let's go now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Willis completes it, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Drill 52.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, see. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Now Willis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check, Bobcat.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
22 needle.
Here's Tua. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Second and 2. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Once more, Gibson. And some space here. Touchdown, L.A. Antonio Gibson. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
38. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Ready?
On the draw, it's Gibson.
Down right around the 25. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Ready?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Willis to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Mike Williams. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
The Rams on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Ready?
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Okay, ready?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Roll, roll, roll!
Gibson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Let's go
Back
now.
at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Saints 24.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Blaster.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career? Fantastic.
Meanwhile, to his throw, caught by Olave. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. On the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Willis to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Point after here coming up. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Willis. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Willis. And this is caught by Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's Willis. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Willis to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date